Free agency is right around the corner, so we're going to be breaking down the top 10 running backs set to hit the market. Mitchell Renz from Chat Sports, and you're watching NFL Daily, and we're right now going to go from 1 all the way down to number 10. No surprise here. This is one of my favorite running backs, and he's been one of my favorite backs since he came out of UTEP. Green Bay Packers, Aaron Jones. He is easily, and I mean easily, the top running back on the free agent market. The real question is, how much is he going to get paid? Because, well, we've seen some other running backs get paid the big dollar, and it just quite hasn't worked out. He's one of the most versatile backs in the National Football League. 2019, this dude had a phenomenal year, 19 touchdowns. He follows it up this season with 11 total touchdowns. He can do it on the ground. He can do it through the air. And I know we talk a lot about Aaron Rodgers leading as an MVP, obviously, but in 2019, the real reason why the Green Bay Packers moved the football was because of this man right here. So if you guys love the National Football League, Chat Sports, we're going to keep you updated on all things going on around free agency. It's coming up, y'all. March 17th, 4 p.m. Eastern Time is when some of these players are going to start announcing where they're going to ultimately go. If you want to keep up to date on more players or more positions, we got you covered here, I promise. So if you want to check out our top 10 free agent quarterbacks list, it's right here. If you want to check out our top 15 free agents on offense, it's also right here at Chat Sports. All you got to do is hit that big red button that says subscribe underneath the video, or if it's too hard to find, if you want to type in youtube.com/chatsportstv, hey, we got you covered. Bottom line is this: a lot of stuff's going to be happening, so subscribe and turn on those notifications just in case somebody like Aaron Jones or our second running back on the list here, Chris Carson, ends up signing somewhere. I'll say this right now. He is one of the most underrated running backs in the entire league. I get that he plays on the Seattle Seahawks. There's a fun offense there. However, when he has proven that he is healthy, he can be a dynamic running back. So he missed 4 games last season, and really, he's been always kind of banged up. Like, you're looking at the injury report on Sunday. Chris Carson's name's probably going to be on there. But he's only 26 years old. He was drafted in the 7th round, continued to work his way up on that depth chart. If you're looking for a tough running back that's going to give you his all, Chris Carson's got to keep in mind. Number 3 back here, it's Kenyan Drake. In 2020 season, I was a little bit disappointed. I think a lot of people would say that too, because it was a bad start in 2019 when he was with the Dolphins. Then they sent him over to the Arizona Cardinals, and he was phenomenal. He was averaging 5.4 yards per carry. He was catching the football. He looked like one of the most dynamic running backs in the National Football League. And then 2020 happened. Got some more work. The production went down a little bit. He was still a pretty solid runner. 950 yards, 955 yards, 10 touchdowns. Like, that's nothing to blink an eye about. But when you consider the amount of work he got, when you consider the fact that how dynamic that offense was, I was expecting a little bit more. He is 27 years old, and he is still a very good running back. The number 4 running back here on my list, it's Leonard Fournette. He split work with Ronald Jones a lot this year. Played 13 games for the Buccaneers, started in only 3. But the one thing that I'm going to give Fournette a lot of credit for, probably something that I docked him the most when he was coming out of LSU, his ability to catch the football. 76 catches in 2019. Then he goes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we know Tom Brady likes to check it down to his backs. And Fournette really, I think, took it upon himself to realize and tell Tom Brady and the coaching staff, I can catch the football. 97 carries, 367 yards, 6 touchdowns. The one aspect of Fournette's game that I do think he needs to improve upon, especially when you consider his size at 6 foot, 230 pounds, he needs to be better at the goal line, so we'll see what ultimately happens here. So out of the last 3 running backs that I just talked about, Chat Sports is an interactive YouTube channel. So what I want you guys to do here, go down in the comment section, YouTube, Facebook, wherever. If you want to take a screenshot and tag me on IG, I'm at Mitchell Renz 365. Let me know out of the 3 running backs that you see on this list right here, who's the best one? If it's Chris Carson, type CC. Kenyan Drake, KD. If it's Leonard Fournette, LF. James Conner is number 5 on my list, and I really wish I could have put Conner a little bit higher. Growing up in Pennsylvania, I've always watched a lot of these Pittsburgh Steelers running backs being a little bit tough, but over the last few years, they started to turn into a little bit more versatile catching the football, and I always thought when Le'Veon Bell was there, he was the best running back in the league. Well, we get to Le'Veon in a little bit. Hey, you got to stick to find out. But then James Conner filled in the shoes, I thought, very nicely. He can catch the football. He can run between the tackles. And in terms of being an efficient pass catcher, which is something that is very important, especially in today's NFL, this is one of the best guys at doing it. 81% catch rate, which is very impressive. 169 carries last year, but the bottom line is this. Can he stay healthy? That's the biggest question mark. Let's go to Phillip Lindsay now, number 6 on my list. Is he a running back that can handle 200 touches? I do not know. When he came out as a rookie, as a UDFA, he was just like lighting up the league. Over 1,000 rushing yards. The very next year, again, over 1,000 rushing yards. However, he has always been a running back that has battled little lingering injuries. And at age 26, he's a little bit undersized, 5'8", 190 pounds. Are you going to be an NFL team that invests into a running back like this? I can't sit here and tell you that I will. He is pretty good at catching the football. Last season, though, the yards per carry continued to go down. 5.4, 4.5, and then 4.3 yards per carry. As you can see, maybe he just can't quite handle a big workload, but he would be a good RB2 somewhere. St. Patrick's Day, y'all. It's right around the corner. I can't wait, and hopefully you guys are ready, too. If you're a Phillip Lindsay fan, maybe you're a Broncos fan. We got some hats available. We got hats, T-shirts, long sleeves, hoodies, women's, youth. I mean, if you need some gear for St. Patty's Day, I hate to admit this, all my Eagles friends back home in PA, they're going to make fun of me. That Eagles shirt looked pretty good. Go to chatsports.com/St. Patrick's, okay? It's going to be in the comments. It's also going to be in the description. Some of this gear is on sale. Some of it's not. It's coming. It's going. With St. Patrick's Day being right around the corner, it's always hard to find something green to wear. Well, maybe at least if you're a Raiders fan. So we got you covered here. Get some fun gear. Go out and have a good time. chatsports.com/St. Patrick's. The running back that I can't believe is on this list, it's Mike Davis. Davis filled in great for an injured Christian McCaffrey, which is kind of the other reason why I'm like, maybe you don't go out and pay a running back because they didn't really miss a beat. Now, despite his 3.9 yards per carry, he was able to force 43 missed tackles. That's a lot. He could be a great RB2 option, and if you don't want to go out and spend on some of these other bigger name free agents who we're going to get to here in a second, maybe you go out and bring in a running back like Mike Davis who proved that he can come in when your top running back goes down and be very efficient. Not only running between the tackles, but also being a solid patch catcher. Mark Ingram, you're next up here on my list at number 8. This is one of my favorite running backs in the league because he is so good on and off the field. Think about this. And in the world of the NFL that we live in with all these guys that are, I'll be honest with you, at times drama queens, Mark Ingram got cut. He didn't even blink an eye. He's like, all right, man, whatever. I'm going to move on. 8 straight seasons, averaging more than 4 yards per carry. That's important. And let's not forget, y'all, 15 total touchdowns in 2019. Did the Baltimore Ravens offense definitely take a step down from 2019 to 2020? Absolutely. But he didn't get a lot of work last year because Gus Edwards jumped him. Also, J.K. Dobbins, running back out of Ohio State, he's now the new starter there. I know he's 31 years old, but he has proven to me that he is still a solid running back in this league. And if you're a team out there that's looking for a veteran presence to maybe back up your RB1, Mark Ingram might be the number 1 back on my list. So show me some love here. What do you got? Who's the most underrated free agent running back on my list? If it's somebody that's not even on the list, maybe they're the most underrated running back. Go down in the comments section right now and let me know. If you like what we're doing here at Chat Sports, you see the bottom line here? It says give us a like on the video. It seriously helps us out a lot, believe it or not. So go ahead. Let me know the most underrated running back. Maybe it's Le'Veon Bell. I'm going to simply say it's not. Signed with the Chiefs midway through the season. Barely played at the end of the year. Think about this, y'all. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He goes down with an injury, and they don't even play Le'Veon Bell. They're playing Darrell Williams over here. He definitely lost his burst, and at one time, we were talking about Bell being the best running back in the league. Maybe it was the Pittsburgh offensive line. Maybe it was the offense there with the Steelers. I'll tell you one thing, though. I watched him for the New York Jets. That was ugly. And then I watched it with the Chiefs. That might have even been worse. So I thought it was funny when everyone's talking about, hey, are the Chiefs unbeatable with Le'Veon Bell? Somebody go ask the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here are some other notable free agent running backs out there. James White, if you're looking for a great pass catcher, I put him right next to Duke Johnson, who also I think is a solid pass catcher. Tevin Coleman. I love me some Tevin Coleman, but that dude just can't stay healthy. Just like the guy next to him, Marlon Mack. Carlos Hyde is another decent running back to at least keep your mind on. I mean, I think 2019, over 1,000 rushing yards. Gus Edwards, you're also on this list. Maybe get on the Gus bus. I don't know who took Adrian Peterson's picture, but that man deserves a raise. Heck, whoever did the picture, if you want to come here at work at Chat Sports, you let me know. Frank Gore is still able to get done. Rex Burkhead and Jerick McKinnon, another running back that just can't quite stay healthy. So one more time here, y'all. If you like what we're doing here at Chat Sports, hit that big red button that says subscribe and join us for all of our live shows. Monday, Wednesday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Pacific. If you're a fan of the NBA, we also go live on Fridays there as well. 4 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern time, 1 p.m. Pacific. I promise you, I'll get it together. The last running back that I'm going to bring up here on my list, it is Todd Gurley. If you're going to give Todd Gurley a shot, just be ready that he might not be the Todd Gurley that you're going out and getting. Despite his touchdown numbers, he looks washed up. Let's be real here. He averaged 3.5 yards per carry. However, the 63 total touchdowns in the past 4 years, I had to take a double take, and then I had to look again. Those numbers are right. Now, you really got to go back about 4 years ago when this guy was hands down the best running back in the National Football League. 26 years old, the knees don't look too good, and he had knee issues all the way at his time back at Georgia. But he's still being able to find the end zone. There's going to be a team out there that sees his talent, that they're going to give him a shot. I don't know if he'll be as lucky to get a big payday, but I still believe he's a top 10 free agent running back. So let's run through these guys one more time. Aaron Jones, the clear number 1. If you guys want to battle it out, who's 2, 3, 4, and 5, I'm all good. That's what we do here. 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, you're looking at some other smaller name running backs like a Phillip Lindsay, Mike Davis. But imagine a world, if I would have told y'all last season that I'd have Mike Davis over Le'Veon Bell and Todd Gurley, you would have called me names that we can't even put on YouTube. But that's all good here. So one more time, if you haven't already, like the video. And if you want to disagree with me, you can always hit me up on IG. I'm at Mitchell Renz 365.